In the bustling heart of the city, amidst skyscrapers and noisy streets, there lived a beggar named Ravi. Every morning, Ravi would sit on the same spot near the marketplace, his tattered clothes and frail figure blending into the background of busy shoppers. In front of him lay an old tin can, barely collecting enough coins to buy a meal. Ravi believed his life was unchangeable. "This is my destiny," he often muttered, shaking his head at the unfairness of the world. He blamed the government, his family, and even fate for his situation. One day, a man in a crisp suit stopped near Ravi. He was carrying a leather briefcase and seemed to be in a hurry, but something about Ravi caught his eye. The man bent down and spoke gently, "Why do you sit here every day, begging for coins, when you have the power to change your life?" Ravi looked at him, puzzled. "Change my life? I have no skills, no education, and no money. How can I change anything?" The man smiled and handed Ravi a small book titled, "The Power of Positive Thinking." He said, "Read this. It's not about your circumstances but about how you think. If you change your thinking, you'll change your life." At first, Ravi was skeptical. A book? What could it possibly do? But curiosity got the better of him. That night, under the dim light of a street lamp, he opened the book and began to read. The words felt strange at first. They spoke of gratitude, visualizing success, and taking small actions every day. Ravi read about people who had started with nothing but went on to build amazing lives simply by changing their mindset. The next morning, instead of sitting idly, Ravi decided to try something new. He cleaned himself up at a public tap, borrowed an old broom, and began sweeping the marketplace. At first, people looked at him oddly, but some smiled and even thanked him for keeping the area clean. One shopkeeper, impressed by Ravi's effort, offered him some leftover food. Another gave him a few coins, not out of pity but as a reward for his work. Slowly, Ravi began to feel a sense of purpose. Day by day, Ravi expanded his efforts. He started helping vendors arrange their stalls, running small errands, and always greeting people with a warm smile. His attitude began to change. He stopped blaming the world and started focusing on what he could do each day. Months passed, and Ravi's determination caught the attention of a local businessman. The man offered Ravi a job as a cleaner at his small office. Ravi accepted with gratitude and worked diligently, always reminding himself of the lessons from the little book. Years later, Ravi was no longer a beggar. He had saved enough to start a small tea stall, which soon became popular among locals for its quality and Ravi's cheerful service. The once hopeless beggar had transformed into a respected entrepreneur. One evening, as Ravi stood outside his tea stall, a beggar approached him, holding out an empty tin can. Ravi smiled, reached into his pocket, and handed the man a small book with a familiar title, The Power of Positive Thinking. "Read this," Ravi said. "It changed my life. Maybe it can change yours too. Your circumstances don't define your future, your mindset does. By changing the way you think and taking small, consistent actions, you can transform your life in ways you never imagined."